Hello, Dr. Martin and classmates. I'm Andrew Garza, and I live in Rockland, California. I'm a junior at Regent, and I'm majoring in government with an emphasis in foreign policy and international relations. I'm not sure exactly what God's specific call on my life is, beyond loving Him with all my heart, mind, soul, and strength, and loving my neighbor as myself. I don't really have any specifics, but I know that I was created with a profound sense of and love for justice. One of my favorite verses in the Bible, I'm going to consult my notes, is Isaiah 117, and it says, "Learn to do good, seek justice, correct oppression, bring justice to the fatherless, and plead the widow's cause." And that verse has always really resonated with me, and I've always viewed government as an agent of justice, or at least I think that it ought to be. And so it makes sense for me to study government and to maybe someday participate in it in some way or another. Regarding who I am, it's kind of hard to put different the most important character attributes into such a small video, and I'm not very good at self-analysis, so I'll just say this. I'm generally a very happy person, but at the same time, through my experiences in the military, I joined the Marine Corps when I was 17 and went to Iraq, and I'm still in the National Guard. I'll be deploying somewhere in the near future. Um, I've developed a certain hardness when it comes to dealing with people and in certain situations, and that's been a good thing, as you can imagine in some cases, but in others, like raising a family and being a husband, that hardness can be a hindrance. I've also been a very high achiever, both academically in college and in high school, in sports, in the military, and just like with that hardness, it's a double-edged sword. So it's good to achieve things, but at the same time, it has caused me to be arrogant at times and to have very exacting standards for my own performance and for other people's, which is where the negative part comes in. Um, a lot of times I will have unjust expectations of people, especially my children, and thankfully I'm not abusive about it, but I can still be callous, and I can still be arrogant, and basically I can still be a jerk, and that's not right. It's also hindered my relationship with God because I can be very self-sufficient, and that's not conducive to depending on Him and living a life of faith. So yeah, a lot of double-edged swords in my character. I also have a very low tolerance of weakness in myself, which is a good thing mostly, but just like with those other things, it has caused me to have the same standards for other people, as though I am the sounding board for what is weak and what is not. Obviously, that's not true. So one of the things that I'm really trying to work on is humility, because I'm not the standard, and it's wrong for me to put my standards on other people that aren't me, and that the standards aren't necessarily even biblical. So that's me in a nutshell, and trying to be open and honest. I'm happy, I'm compassionate, but I'm also hard and exacting. So that's about it. That's me in a nutshell. I hope this will suffice, Dr. Martin. I didn't really rehearse very much, so I know it's a little messy. I hope you can forgive that. Have a good night, everybody. I wish you the best in your future studies. I hope that, unlike me, you find God's specific call in your life and you use your education to expand the borders of His kingdom. And I hope that, and pray, and I will pray, I'm going to hold to that you run the race to win, and that you're used of God in mighty ways, up to and including being a faithful husband, father, wife, or mother, because I think those are some of the most important things. So, good night.